And good evening and happy Friday. And hope you are all well. And it is your boy, as per usual, CSR Phil GH, bringing you CSR Tier 3. And today we are at a very sunny French Grand Prix. And what a racetrack this has turned out to be. Not the most entertaining to watch necessarily on TV, but it is a very, very nice track to drive. It has all different style of corners here, and yeah, very much looking forward to this French Grand Prix. Good evening, Cougar. Good evening, Rose. Hope you are doing very, very well today. And happy Fridays to you both and to everyone else in the chat today. And here we have CSR Baldy, who's on a outlap as well. TSRC Rose says Mers for the win. He never misses a tier 3 race, does Mr. Rose. Always supporting Big Mers in the Williams, and it's doing something right because he's top of the championship and is absolutely acing it. Speaking of the championship, let's give you guys a little bit of an indication of the championship standings up until the last Grand Prix in Canada. So, for your Tier 3 standings, very good start from Mers, who leads the championship on 166. The Red Bull driver, Yes Daddy, is in second on 124, so not too far behind at this stage. G-Man has reached the milestone of 100 points. He is in third. Domo in fourth with 89, tied in fifth, with Meki Caven also on 89. Senna the Great in sixth on 64, Interista 7th, 49, Chalmers 8th on 30, Unfitted Noise in 9th, 28th, and Millie is in 10th on 23, so only 5 points separating Unfitted Noise and Millie. Let's go on board with CSR Baldy as he takes the roads of Paul Ricard, and he is the first man on track and has opted for a banker lap on the medium tyre. Potentially the tyre that you want to be starting on. I'd definitely recommend it if you are in the, I'd say, 11th downwards. I'd recommend that tyre for absolute certain. Soft tyres, of course, are a lot faster, but do wear off a lot easier around here. It's a long circuit, so a lot of corners for those soft tyres to withstand, so mediums are always a good bet to start on round tracks like this. It's obviously really open. It's not your typical track that you're used to with a load of walls surrounding. No, it's very open, and there's plenty of runoff, so shouldn't see so many incidents around here as such, I don't think, as the Renault driver sticks in a 31 to kick us off. And let's see who we've got. We have a Rebel of Mud Monkey. He has also gone for the medium compound of tyres as he is coming around the final corner, and he is going to go and head to the line now. And it's a 32.5, so a lot slower than Baldy. And going fastest of all was CSR Domo in the Alpha Tauri. Coming across the line is G-Man, who just completely and utterly waves CSR Domo's time off of there and says, I want pole for myself. So 29 dead on the soft tyre. Is important to mention that he was on the softs. So Mercedes heading to the line. That's Millie. He puts it into P8, slowest of all so far. CSR Josh is coming to the line now. And he is starting a lap on those medium tyres. Let's see if this is the Grand Prix where Josh can get it all together. Senna Great has invalidated, so he will not be going. But Baldy must be on an improver here, because I don't think he'd be dipping to the line if he didn't think he was. He's not improved actually, so maybe the time delta coming round just before the pits was green, but maybe he had a error through the last corner. But let's have a look. Mud Monkey has invalidated, so let's see. Unfitted Noise, who's P4, I'm assuming will be coming into the pits. Mud Monkey has started a lap again. As for Mers, P6 on the mediums, not a bad banker at all. Let's see how CSR Josh is faring. Is still going here and is in sector 3. Let's see how the Alpha Tauri is going to get on here. TSRC Rose, Ideal Friday Night, Beer, Tune on the Telly, and CSR Tier 3. Things you love to see. Yeah, man, you just got to mix it up a little bit. Definitely. It might not feel like a proper Friday as Josh goes into P5 with a 30.7. Very good lap on the medium stint there. Yeah, I mean, it's not your normal typical Friday night of, you know, going out and spending time with mates, loved ones, etc. But ultimately, we'll get back to reality soon. Don't worry. But yeah, I think your Friday nights are virtually sorted with CSR Tier 3 on. I can't think of anything off the top of my head you'd prefer to watch. It's Millie on a lap. I'll tell you who is on a run to. Oh no, I've just cursed him badly. Alright, sorry yesterday. Monster, who's starting a lap now. Let's go back to the Mercedes of Millie. Oh, and that is a very bit wide. He's going into the pit slow. We'll look in behind into restart. He's winding up a lap as well. See, we've got the Renault of Chalmers. Here's going to be your next one to set a lap. Currently without a lap time at the moment. Paddy Powell giving me 6-1 for Newcastle and Mers win. Oh, you love to see it. I think that's that's a decent bet, you know. $6-1. Jesus. I guess it's pretty much the same as saying Lewis Hamilton to win and, I don't know, Man City to win, I guess. 6-1. Damn. Tenner on that, boy. 60 quid coming back in profit. Things you love to see. Well, since you're on Paddy Power, I mean, what other odds have we got? Who else have we got in with a decent shout in the odds? Because I'd be tempted to go for some each ways. Not going to lie, I fancy a different podium today. I don't know why, but I fancy it. Into restart, getting a little unsteady coming out the last corner. Shortest run to the line. Puts it into P11. He will know that he can definitely improve from that. I know he can improve from that. Of course, he has had a podium this season already, has Interista. I couldn't tell you what track he got it at because there's just been so many races this season. I've lost track. Maybe he may want to correct me at a later time when he listens back into the stream, but I cannot remember for the life of me the podium he got. Who else have we seen on a podium recently? We have seen Chalmers. He took the Monaco Grand Prix. We've seen this man. He's been on the podium a number of times. We'll stick with him, actually. CSR Domo we saw take the opening 2 races. We've also seen Josh on the podium as well. I think. Was he at the podium in his first race? I cannot remember. Yes, Daddy, we've seen on the podium. So yeah, plenty of... Oh, and Meki Caven, of course. How could we forget about him? He has had a podium as well. Now, we just need a bit of a mixed podium today. Dutch Grand Prix for Interista. Okay, thank you very much for that information, Cougar. Lovely. So Interista was on the podium in the Dutch Grand Prix. Fantastic. Of course, you'll notice I didn't mention Mers because he's just had a ridiculous run of races recently of winning. So we're not going to make it easy for him as G-Man goes even faster and regains provisional pole with 6 minutes left to go. What about the McLaren of Meki Caven here? He is a very, he must be probably the unluckiest driver never to have won a race on this grid. I have to say it. If anyone has deserved a win on this grid, it's Meki Caven. Or G-Man. Both arguably in with a shout, but I feel like there have been situations where Meki Caven's just been more unlucky as he's had disconnections to deal with before. He's had drive-throughs. I know the game is out to get him, but he's set in purple in Sector 2. Mers is on an outlap on his soft tyres, so I'm wondering if we are going to see a good lap from Mers, but Meki Caven may be ready to set the benchmark here. He has gone purple in the second sector, and you could not help but notice that he could be on for a provisional pole lap here. The McLaren darts to the line, and just Meki Caven takes provisional pole. And is this his time? I wonder. Soap as well, also on a lap here. A little bit hesitant, or was that him completing a lap potentially? It may have been a completed lap. It's a 30.3. It's not too bad, but who is on the 2 Scotsmen's levels at the moment, starting P1 and 2? Oh, okay. That's not ideal. So Baldy's been disqualified coming out of the pits. That's far from ideal. Not sure what has happened there. Millie has invalidated. Noise is on an outlap. Domo is about to start, so let's go on board with Domo then. Let's go on a lap here. And let's have a look and see how the Dom Bomb, as we used to call him, gets on here. We know he's on the wheel now, and this track from memory definitely suits the wheel a lot better. Let's see how he gets on. As you can see, he's keeping the car nice and straight before he's going into the corners, getting the best entry possible. Full speed on the exit and down the DRS straight. He's going to get a little bit of a toe ahead of him, and I think that's Mers. Why am I not surprised? Mers has obviously invalidated or mucked up his lap, so Domo has picked up a free toe, if you will. So Alpha Tauri driver coming to the end of Sector 2, and now let's have a look, and it's purple. He is 9/10 up, just shy of a second. Is it going to be enough to challenge the Alfa Romeo and the McLaren out front? He's going well so far. Now he is going to absolutely send it, take it nice and tight, and then come nice and wide. Get a nice exit round the final corner. Are we going to see another provisional pole lap from CSR Domo? Oh, no, we don't. But look at the gap. He is nothing to be worried about with that lap. That was a phenomenal go, but we may as well go on board with him. His biggest fan, TSRC Rose, is in the chat. And we will ride on board with Mers. He's only going to get one more opportunity at this, as Domo getting out of his way there up ahead. And now, here we go. Mers is coming down the back straight now. He's currently P13, so he really needs to get a lap in here. It would not be ideal for Mers starting this far back when he's got a championship to defend. There's a McLaren getting out of the way there. I think that may be Meki Caven ahead. He's on an outlap, but that's behind this man Mers. They are just warming up here. I've not seen any purple sectors from Mers, so he's really got to get it right in the third sector. He's already put a lap in on these soft tyres, so he's probably already taken the maximum pace that he could have probably got out of them. But here he comes. He's going to get a lap in on the soft tyre. And he's going to dart to the line here. I don't think this is going to be a pole lap, but let's see. No, it's only P10. But he's going to get another go at it. And I would not recommend starting on 3-lap old soft. But let's have a look at the nearest pursuers then. Mud Monkey is going for a lap. There's a Red Bull of Mud Monkey. He is into the pit lane now, so he is not coming out again. Soap is not improving. Josh has invalidated. Chalmers is about to start a lap, so this is going to be the important one. G-Man is going quicker in the second sector. I'm wondering now if he is just going to be able to find that few tenths that he needs. Like, it's not even any tenths, it's thousandths away from Meki Caven's time. He doesn't have to improve by much. He can literally afford to beat it by less than a tenth, and he still will nab pole. But he knows that his Scots companion is on a lap behind him, and this is it then. G-Man coming round the final corner. Is this gonna be provisional pole for the Alfa Romeo? Is this gonna be it? G-Man to the line. No, he's missed out by 80 thousandths of Meki Caven this round. So them two are not going to be in Chalmers. It's up on his time here. He is just over 2 tenths up. This could be good enough for pole position here, as we've got other cars coming round. But Meki Caven has brought out yellows, so he is not going to be improving anymore. And Mud Monkey's going slow in the third sector, so he's not going to be improving. Chalmers is really going to need to pull this third sector out the bag here. He is so close. He is 2 tenths up. He had a purple sector too. He just needs to keep it in line in sector 3. Is Meki Caven about to take his first ever pole position, or is it going to be denied by Chalmers? He's gone really wide round the final corner. You could think that may cost him as Chalmers comes to the line. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Meki Caven gets pole for the first time here in France, and you would think this time he has got it in the grasp of his hands. 50% done, and now he goes on to the race. Meki Caven gets pole. Rose said in the chat he will win soon. Is today gonna be his day? What a qualifying, and absolute props to G-Man as well, who absolutely threw down a gauntlet of a challenge, and Domo as well. Look at the gap between the top 3. Absolutely exceptional pace, boys. Great pace from them. Chalmers could have improved. He messed up the last corner, which would have cost him. But round of applause for Meki Caven, who gets onto pole position. And at the end of qualifying, it's McLaren who take the top spot. So don't leave us. And we'll be back very, very shortly with the formation lap and the French Grand Prix. Can Meki Caven finally take his win that he has so deserved? We'll find out. And here we go then. We are on the formation lap for this French Grand Prix. Who are your predictions? Let me know down below in the chat. Who do you think is going to take this Grand Prix? As you can see, Meki Caven is starting on pole position here for the first time this season. And G-Man is in P2. Domo in P3, who they both had, all three of them had very very good laps. Oh yeah, I thought that was going to see a disqualification. I was just sidetracked. Anyway, as I was saying, G-Man and Domo put in very good laps and put in some very convincing applications to Meki Caven's lap, and luckily enough, Meki Caven messed his last lap up. G-Man missed out by 18 thousandths of a second. Domo was barely behind after, so we're in for a good race, that's for sure. As the Red Bull yesterday starts in P6, he's currently second in the standings. He will want to get that gap on his championship rival and championship leader Mers, who is starting P10 on soft tyres. That could possibly be the worst possible outcome for qualifying. Qualifying P10 and starting on soft tyres. Yeah, that's a hurtful one. That I think I'd rather have started further down on mediums, personally, but we'll see how this race goes. Safety cars could play a part, VSCs could play a part, and of course any moments with damage will play a part also, as the drivers are lining up behind the grid now to complete the formation lap. Here we go then for Tier 3, and this is CSR. This is the French Grand Prix. Here come the lights. Oh, Meki Caven's got a drive-through penalty off the start. That is very costly indeed. G-Man has gone right on through. Meki Caven has lost a load of places at the start. He's already down into 5th place. And there is, that is Domo. He is off at turn 1. That is not ideal. Domo is off at turn 1. And there's a Ferrari. Oh, and there's Vito as well in the mix. And there's another Mercedes as well. That's Millie. The two Mercedes are battling side by side. But what has gone on with Meki Caven at the start? Getting a drive-through penalty. I didn't even see much of a jump, if I'm honest. But going into the 5th red light, I just see it pop up at the bottom of the screen. So maybe it was ever so slightly, but well, what a start to this Grand Prix. You see, there are your tyre choices down below. Yes, Daddy has lost a load of places as well. That is going to be massively hurtful. There was absolute carnage at the beginning of lap 1, but we are all on and looking good now as Interista gets past Mers in the pursuit for P10. He's on the medium compound of tyres as well. I'm wondering if Mers has got damage, and he has. He's in the pits. Championship leader Mers has gone into the pits already, and that is lap 1 damage for the Williams. And there's Mercedes coming in as well. I think that is Vito. He's coming in for a nose change but G-Man is led them off the line, and he has gone away with it. Mickey Caven has served his drive-through penalty. He is now going to have to hope and pray for a safety car to bring him back into this race, as Domo and Cookie are battling, swapping positions. Cookie getting the better of the AlphaTauri here, but Domo's taken the better line, and he's going to get the switch back, and he's going to get more of a run on him down the straight here, as overtake has been enabled, and he's pulled out to the left hand side, and with overtake he is going to have the inside line going into the corner, and XRL Cookie thinks better of it on this occasion. Unfitted Noise in close proximity behind Yes Daddy Monster, swapping positions in P12 and P13, but the lead is with the Alfa Romeo of G-Man, and Chalmers is in hot pursuit of the Alfa Romeo so far. A great start from Josh as well. Let's not forget that Josh has not had the most luckiest of Grand Prix as of recent, but a cracking start from one AlphaTauri driver at least. Domo losing a little bit of traction out of turn 1, but is back and steady in P6 now. Probably didn't help his tyres, but nevertheless, we go on to lap number 3. DRS is going to be enabled here, and this is what is going to really prove crucial from Chalmers' point of view, because he is well within that second gap of the Alfa Romeo. But let's see, not such a good exit for the Renault coming out of there into the back straight. He's going to have to rely on the DRS here. None of them are on their button, so G-Man continues on out in the lead, and both being very calm on the ERS as well, which is very good to see. XRL Cookie has picked up a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings. That's not what you want to be getting on lap number 3, that's for sure. Talking from experience, it's quite demoralizing. But anyway, I'm sure as the race goes on, things will change. But Mers is onto hard tyres, and he is come out in 17th. So we'll see what kind of ground he can make up on the guys ahead. He's currently 18.5 adrift of his nearest competitor. But G-Man crucially still out in front. The Red Bull has gone into pit lane. Now I'm wondering if this is a scheduled pit stop, or if this... Yes, it is a scheduled pit stop and potential undercut from the Red Bull to try and get out of that train that he was in. G-Man still defending his lead very nicely. And there's Patty picking up another penalty as well. Millie still sitting in P10 after having a very close early battle with his teammate Vito. And G-Man has been overtaken down the back straight, and by the looks of it, Chalmers has used a little bit of ERS to do so. Let's see. We can see a move here into restart on the back of Millie. Very hot on his heels here, and you could think that we may see a move very shortly. Those medium tyres probably coming into great effect now, as Senna the Great has gone into pit lane as well. He is looking to get a jump on here. Let's see what tyres it's going to be for him. Medium tyres. Going to stop here, you would think. Chalmers now out 1.6 seconds in front. G-Man is just going to look to tuck in for now. Race is still early and long. Many things can happen, and G-Man could potentially think about throwing the dice here and going for a early stop to jump the car ahead of him. He can do that. He'll certainly be in with a good chance of getting back out in front. We know that undercut is very, very powerful. Now we'll go into the third sector and we'll see if any of these soft runners are going to think about boxing. G-Man is into the pit lane. What did I tell you? I think it had to be done. He was 1.6 behind, so I think that is a great time to throw the dice here. Josh also in as well. I think that could prove very beneficial for him. Josh going on to hards. But Josh going potentially to the end of this race here. G-Man going on to mediums. Is 21 laps on hard tyres gonna be doable? That's the question. I guess we'll soon find out as this race goes on. But G-Man has thrown the dice and he's not really in any traffic either, so let's just say this could prove to be a very, very good move. Total gap is... So total gap is 25 seconds from G-Man to Chalmers. See, that may come down. Well, I'm pretty sure we are going to see our leader in now. And we are indeed. Leader is in. Now let's keep an eye on the Alpha. He is coming into Sector 3 now. Let's see if his lap was good enough. He is back out now. Where is G-Man? Gonna fall out here. And more importantly, Chalmers has got ahead, but he is stuck in big traffic and he's gone wide. Oh no, that's his teammate. I'm getting confused. Chalmers has gone onto the softs. Oh, he's proper setting it on his teammate there. He's desperate to try and dispatch of him here. I wonder. Seeing another battle here. Ferrari versus Mercedes. Millie makes the move and he is up into P3. He's been battling for Interista pretty much throughout this. Millie continues to stick on his Interista, continues to stick on his button, as does Millie. They got no overtake left for either of them. So they might want to hang on a bit here. Monster is sitting in behind with plenty of overtake as Chalmers goes down the inside of Meki Caven. Higher advantage, proving big dividends. I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised that he's going soft, medium. Because I'm wondering, G-Man is not that far behind. Go. More cars in the pits. Unfitting noise is the car that's there. G-Man is really going to need to make up some places here. And we've got two McLarens going side by side, and Chalmers is ahead of both of them. Meki Caven is ahead of Monster. wonder how this is gonna play out for G-Man, because they've gone to different strategies. G-Man is now gonna get past Baldy, you'd think here. Oh no, Baldy and G-Man coming together there. Here's a car that is fighting for position. He is currently a net P2, so he wants to dispatch of the cars ahead of him here. And he can't do that whilst they're stuck in this train. There's still medium runners that have not stopped. And all the more that G-Man gets held behind this trio. Oh, he's really getting held here. He really is getting held, and this is painful for the Alfa Romeo. Needs to get a move done here. It's really... Oh, and that's a penalty for Killer King Cog there. And now Chalmers is going after Cookie, who hasn't stopped yet. Baldy has finally been passed by G-Man. Oh, and look at these two ahead. Here we go. G-Man has seen both a Ferrari and a McLaren. And this could be very dangerous as they go into the right-hander. Who's going to lift? Into restart is being brave. He has sent it up the inside. G-Man, what is he going to think about it here? The Alfa Romeo driver. He's going to go up the inside of the McLaren. He has got him here. Can he get the Ferrari as well? Oh, he's broke a little bit late. The McLaren's still sticking in there. He's going to use all the track available on the outside. He's going to stick to the outside as G-Man. He's now going to send it around the penultimate corner here. And he's got the move done. G-Man with a absolute fantastic move from the Alfa Romeo. What a move. He has just found 2 places in one sector of the track. What a job. And yeah, very good move from the Scot. And he is now going to be making up some positions. Great racing from these guys there. And now G-Man is going to look to get after Millie here. In behind, we've got a battle for P7. Domo, who's also pitted recently against Interista, who hasn't stopped here. Oh, and there's a Red Bull. I think that could be Mud Monkey. Oh no! This... I don't know how that's not a safety car, or a VSC at least. There's a yellow flag, and Mud Monkey has retired from the session on the track in Sector 1. Don't think that was necessarily intentional. But anyway, we move on. CSR Domo is ahead of Interista and is now on the back of the McLaren here. He is looking to make up positions. And let's not forget about CSR Josh here. He has pitted for the hard compounded tyres and potentially looking to go to the end here. Let's see what CSR Domo can do here. and easily done by the Alpha Tauri. He moves up into P5, and now he's got G-Man who's 2 seconds up the road. And speaking of which, he has found his way to the back of and Millie, and is going to be looking to get a move done sooner rather than later. I'll tell you what though, G-Man is being very, very good on the ERS, that's for sure. This could prove to be interesting late on in the race. Yes Daddy has got past Patty. Mers has picked up a penalty. He's down in 14th place at the moment. Not the start to this Grand Prix he would have wanted, getting damage early on. Now we got CSR Josh, who is on, should be getting on the button now, seeing Interista with those D rates. Those hard tyres probably getting nice up to temperature now, and Interista has picked up a penalty as well, which is far from ideal. I wonder if we're going to see a move here from G-Man. And he looks to be very close. Look at him gain on the back of him so early, and G-Man has conserved his ERS so well, and that is the Alfa Romeo up into P3. There's a yellow flag. Soap has retired, and that is on the track. Oh, we got virtual safety car has been deployed. Now I wonder if Chalmers is going to take this opportunity to pit here. I don't think I would if I was him. He's not that close to the pit. He's going to want to try and get a move on to get to the pit. And maybe chuck on the medium compound of tyre. He's not going to pit. That is very interesting. Cookie has. Millie has gone in as well. And now G-Man is going to be on the rear of Chalmers now. He's got a nice clean track, and now he can use these medium tyres to his advantage. The soft tyres surely are going to be falling off very, very shortly, so it'll be very interesting to see what kind of ground G-Man can make up in terms of the ERS deployment. He's got a lot more, but Chalmers seems to have got some saved, and yes, that he has got past CSR Josh. And here we go. Are we going to see a move back again from Josh? You can see, yes, Daddy's on the D rate, and Josh. Oh, easy. Didn't need to do that. Red Bull. Josh has got the position fair and square there. Let's see. The gap is 7.8. I'm wondering when Chalmers is going to pit. But that traffic that G-Man was stuck behind really, really costed him here. These two are still going side by side. I'm not quite sure why Yes Daddy wants to attack so badly. Josh has clearly got the better tyre, clearly got the more ERS as well. Now he should just dance on away from him here. That's it, defend nicely. That's good defending from the Alpha Tauri. Come back on. Look at this battle, because Senna the Great on unfitted noise I've caught right on the back of these. Oh, stuck in a little bit of a DRS train here. Yes, Daddy is using his overtake. He's got none left. Going back and forth. Yes, Daddy has got the move done. But now Josh is going to try and come back at him here. Got a nice view on board with Senna the Great here. Josh getting a little bit loose on the exit. And now Senna the Great. Oh, leaders in. Medium tyres. G-Man is going to pursue on out in front here. I think this strategy from G-Man is definitely the safer one, because if a safety car comes out within the next couple of laps, he is going to be in a great position. But more to the point, is he going to get a bit of a payback here? Because Chalmers looks like he is going to come right back out behind a massive train here. And that certainly may not help him. Chalmers, oh no! He has picked up a 3-second time penalty as Chalmers. That is not ideal, and I don't know if G-Man will know about it yet. He will soon. But that is crucial. Well, how interesting could this be? Because he's also stuck on the back of this train. This could... Oh. This could be Domo's lifeline as well, maybe. He's only 1.8 behind G-Man. Unfit noise getting past Senna the Great. Senna the Great going to try and come back at him. And as you can see, there is a massive train going on here, but G-Man looks nice and comfortable at the moment. Domo can see him in his sights. Mers has retired from the session. The championship leader, who was on such a good run, has retired in the pit lane and has had enough. I'm wondering if that's potentially something to do with it. Well, I guess we'll find out very soon. VO still going strong. He will move into P15. This, oh my god, this battle now has got crazy. And this is exactly what happened to G-Man last time. He got so held up on the back of the train before. Now it's like Chalmers is going to get the favour return. And this could really benefit G-Man here. And he's into the pit lane now. And you know he is going to be surely getting onto the quicker compound here. Oh no! This is going to help Chalmers massively. He's got a penalty. G-Man's out again on mediums. I'm surprised at that. I'm very surprised at that. Domo has picked up a penalty as well. He stays out, as does his AlphaTauri companion. He is on the hard compound of tyre, remember. Here comes Chalmers looking to make the move on Senna the Great. Does just that. He moves up in to P3 now. Mackie Caven there on those hards as well. Wondering if this strategy is going to be good enough here. Maybe that wouldn't have been the ideal strategy for Meki Caven, but that drive through definitely compromised everything. And Chalmers, we lost position there. Son of the Great is in. And G-Man knows he can try and get the foot down now for these last 9 or so laps. Got no penalties. Yes, Daddy's picked up a penalty as well. Josh with plenty of energy stored in the tank. Chalmers now only with 4% ERS. G-Man really wants to now. He can push, and he's coming up to his McLaren Scottish companion here. And I wonder how much defending we're going to see from Meki Caven, the man who started on pole position. Jumped the start. I just can't imagine why G-Man has gone on to mediums. Unless he had no more softs left. The only thing I could think of. G-Man setting the fastest lap now. And this may be the time where you see G-Man move up a position here. Right on the back of Meki Caven here. And the McLaren again a little bit loose, you can see. And he is on the button. And G-Man is massively fighting, but he goes around the outside of the McLaren. G-Man with, of course, the fresher tyres, he's got more grip. And G-Man can now pursue, or try and pursue, Chalmers here. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. There's chaos here. Yes, Daddy's off the track. Millie was also off the track. I wonder what's happened there. That's crazy, that. G-Man already making up some time on Josh here. Really wants to get in that gap. Looking good so far. That's another yellow, and that's Yes Daddy off again in sector 3. Monster moves on up as well. G-Man is a man on a mission. He is really looking to make up for lost time here. Let's have a look at the race director. Domo's still not pitted from the lead here. Domo is definitely going to go onto softs. And he's in as we speak. maybe holding out for a potential safety car that hasn't come in this race. And Chalmers is going to go on by in the lead of this race. Domo, I wonder where he is going to slot back into, maybe, yeah, into P5. That's not bad at all. That's definitely good. Josh with an absolute mega drive so far. And G-Man is on the hunt, you can believe that. This is going well so far for Chalmers. He is still in that gap, but it is coming down. That is all I'm going to say. It is coming down to G-Man. And G-Man may have got this bang on here. If G-Man can dispatch Josh here, he is going to be in with an exceptional chance of getting this done. Josh doing exceptional on those hard tyres. And here we go. Is it going to be now? And he's got the DRS. And G-Man is going to get on past here. And now I would like to say it is race on for the last 5 laps. G-Man has fresher tyres. And the gap is 3.4 seconds. Can G-Man take his first win here? We will find out in a few laps time, but this is going all the Alfa Romeo's way so far. See the progress Domo is making up. He is gaining on the McLaren in 4th place, and with the laps to go he may even get on the podium here. He has got a penalty. That's the only downside to him and Meki Caven. And of course he would need to pass his teammate to be guaranteed a podium slot. But Josh goes in, so he is not going to the end of the race. So now it is free air time for G-Man. And Domo is not far behind. He's not far behind at all. He will have to dispatch of Meki Caven of around about 3 seconds. But so far, so good for this man G-Man. He needs to find about 3 temps. XRL Cookie is up into 5th position. Josh is up into 6th. He is on fresh softs. You would think he can dispatch of the racing point very quickly here. Oh, and I think that's dodgy from the racing point. That is very dangerous. You do not move like that. And if you're watching Cougar, maybe a penalty for removal there of Josh. That wasn't quite justified, I don't think. He was basically forced off the track. But look at the gap now. G-Man is within 3 seconds, or just around about hanging around the 3 second mark, and this could be very, very interesting indeed. We will see how the last few laps play out of this Grand Prix. Mickey Caven is now under big pressure from Domo. Oh, I reckon Domo's picked up a warning there. Do not want to pick up 6 seconds. You can still dispatch him of 3 seconds, but you can't afford to be picking up another penalty at this stage in the race. Domo right on the back of Mickey Caven. He comes down the back straight and he's going to get the move done. Mickey Caven gives him the room and the respect and lets him on past. And now the McLaren hopefully will just like to cling on to the back. And hope to still jump him on penalties. But look at the gap. It has come right down. If G-Man continues doing what G-Man's been doing, this could be a Friday night to remember. .5 seconds now. He can see that Renault and he's starting to use a lot more of his overtake now. He is on, of course, fresher tyres. Oh no, that's played dividends. G-Man has just picked up a penalty. Oh no. That is very crucial. That is good. That could really play ball now. 3 seconds each for the top two. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. There's a Red Bull off the track. I don't think there would be a safety car now. Yeah, there may be a VS at most. Yes, Daddy has retired into pit lane. Gap is now 2.1 to the leader. G-Man was looking so good until we picked up that penalty. Gap is 2.3. Let's have a look at the warnings of the leader, shall we? And he has not picked up a warning ever since. He has not picked up a warning ever since he got the penalty. So far, so good for the Renault. The gap is 1.8. He is getting closer. Are the tyres starting to come to end of life here for Chalmers? He has got around about a lap and a half, G-Man, to try and execute something. And if that something can be very soon, there is still an opportunity. The gap is 1.7. Maybe G-Man's tyres are not as good. They're just not holding on as well now. I know Chalmers certainly won't be. But they're going to go on to their last lap here in France. And Chalmers is going to lead us in to the final lap of this Grand Prix. is G-Man going to be able to throw down any sort of challenge? Is not looking like it. The gap is coming down, but just not fast enough. And Chalmers may just be seconds away from his second CSR Tier 3 win here. Gap is 1.5. You can just see is now using all ERS. It's make or break. Gap 1.4 there, came down just ever so slightly. But I don't think it's going to be enough. As Chalmers, he is just so close. Oh, a little bit of oversteer off the track. Chalmers is coming around the final corner. G-Man is going to concede nothing in defeat. But here we go, coming up to the line. Chalmers is going to win the French Grand Prix. G-Man is going to come across in second. And is Mecky Caven going to get onto the podium to make it an all-Scottish podium? Yes, he does. And Domo relegated back to fourth. Josh is going to finish in P5 here. And a great effort from him as well. What a drive. And that's really good. Good driving there from Mecky Caven from the start. He had to come back and execute such a good stint. And yeah, that is a phenomenal job. And yeah, fantastic. And you should be very proud of that, that's for sure. Maybe not your ideal race, started on pole, finishing P3, but the pace was definitely there. But Chalmers has absolutely aced it today. He has bossed it from the strategy. He has managed to get everything to go his way and take nothing away from the pace. And that was a very good performance there from the Renault, as Baldy gets driver of the day there, which he will pick up and go home with an extra point and for his troubles. But his teammate Chalmers wins his second Grand Prix here in CSR Tier 3. He takes the French Grand Prix after just across the border he took the Monaco Grand Prix as well. And it's all celebrations tonight for Chalmers here. We'll just get a quick rundown of your final results here for the French Grand Prix. Finishing P1, it was Chalmers. P2, G-Man. P3 is Mecky Caven. That's your podium. A fantastic job to Mecky Caven, not getting any penalties either. Domo in P4, Josh P5, Unfitted Noise comes across in P6, Senna the Great P7, Millie P8, Cookie P9, and Baldy from the back of the grid comes to get a point and an extra point of driver of the day as well. So a fantastic job, and I am going to get your winner of the Grand Prix in for an interview here and see how his race fared on. But yeah, speaking of the devil, if he includes his audio, we can go. Hello. How are we doing, sir? You good? Yeah, I'm good. Have you included your audio, sir? Lovely stuff. I mean, it was a phenomenal race for me to commentate on, but equally it must have been as good for you. P4 to P1, you can't be having too many complaints today. No, we're hearing some cheering in the background. You love to see it. It did save your race. It massively saved your race. He was so close. He was sat on 2 warnings for so long. I thought he was going to do it, but yeah, no. I saw after that penalty, you had no warnings, and you were just head down, and you was making no mistakes, was ya? Oh, apparently the chat can't hear you. That's not ideal. Oh, it might be my fault then. I don't know. Either or, mate. Great job on the win today, and have a good rest of your Friday evening, sir. See you later. Well, that wasn't ideal. Couldn't hear him, but he did say he was very happy with the win. The tyres that were dead the last couple of laps, but he did have some cheering in the background. I did hear some support in the corner of Chalmers. So either or, that's a win for him, and that rounds off the French Grand Prix. And next week we get a little bit more entertaining, where we head to the Red Bull Ring, round number 11. We will see you there, but first of all, on Monday, do not forget to be here for the very own Tier 1 Grand Prix, and that will be held at this very circuit of France. So don't miss that. We've got some Nations fixtures coming your way. We've got some F2 action coming your way. We have got plenty of high-speed Apex action coming your way, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and enjoy the rest of your Friday nights. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye.